Shalom, brothers and sisters. So we said Kim Jong-un is traveling to see Putin, and they're going to discuss their working together and everything they've got planned. So it was interesting already, Kim asking for food for his people and some help with the weapons and missiles and such. And Putin is going to get rockets and who knows what else militarily for his ongoing war in Ukraine from Kim again. So they're beefing up relations, and Kim's so scared about flying because you see what happens to people that fly. Just ask Prigozhin. So he's gone by armored train to Russia. Now here's the latest news on that, and it gets interesting. And I see things here that maybe just I'm seeing, I don't know. North Korea's Kim is in Russia to meet Putin as both are locked in standoffs with the West. So they have a common enemy. We know this. That's why the three of them, China included, are such big buddies at the moment. It's just a tight-knit little family of psychos. North Korea's Kim Jong-un arrived in Russia on Tuesday for a meeting with Putin where they are expected to offer each other increased support. Kim is expected to seek Russian economic aid and military technology in exchange for munitions to be used in the war in Ukraine. After decades of complicated hot and cold relations, Russia and North Korea have drawn closer since Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. The bond is driven by Putin's need for war supplies and Kim's efforts to boost his partnerships with traditional allies Moscow and Beijing as he tries to break out of diplomatic isolation. Some Russian news media speculate he is headed, now this is interesting, it's changed to where he was headed. He's now headed to Vostochny spaceport, which Putin is set to visit. Putin declined during the forum to say what he intended to do there. The launching facility is about 900 kilometers, 550 miles, northwest of Ussurisk, but the route there is circuitous and it is unclear how long Kim's slow-moving train will take to get there. So interesting for me is they're not meeting in a normal place anymore or a normal city or town. They're going to the spaceport and launching facility. Now, what is Kim's favorite hobby in the whole world and what's he constantly testing and struggling with is rockets, ICBMs, and missiles, nuclear being number one in his brain. And he's trying to get satellites, spy satellites into space without any issues, and he's trying to perfect his longer range on his nuclear warheads so that he can strike at America and her allies. And now suddenly they've changed the meeting place to the spaceport and the launching facility. What do I think is the meaning behind that? I think Putin is going to offer to help him with the technology and the information and specialists he needs to get his program up to speed really fast so that it can be used against their common enemy, the West, very soon and when people least expect it. And of course, Kim will give him everything, including the kitchen sink, to be able to get his hands, little grubby hands, on that technology and that level of information. So it's a win-win for both of them. Putin can release the rabid dog, and the rabid dog can run around wagging its tail because it got exactly what it wanted, the technology to strike at its enemies fast and accurately. So interesting days ahead. I might be wrong. I might not be wrong. Either way, I'll probably be in the naughty corner at the marriage supper of the Lamb and not having to worry about the outcome. Pray for the believers in North Korea that are suffering under this little man. God bless. Keep looking up. Shalom.